putting up, these are actual court documents. And by the way, these are the reason why people are saying he's snitching. We're going to read it for ourselves, okay? You know, listen to a bunch of gangsters who, if all these niggas were attorneys, they would have never went to jail, right? But it's a bunch of niggas who claim they know what's what, this and third. I remember looking at 6ix9ine's paperwork. You know, he had a 5K letter, which basically said he had to tell everything. And that was sealed for a while, but he had to tell everything he ever fucking did, right? And then after he did that, he had to also cooperate. And by the way, that was in his plea agreement, right? And he wasn't going to get sentenced till after everybody else got sentenced, right? Now, both of these are Fed cases, right? And I'm going to just tell you off the rip, like this, looking through Pooh Shiesty files, it doesn't look anything like 6ix9ine's case. Now, granted, 6ix9ine's case was an indictment for RICO. Okay? This was a few different charges, but let me put it up on the screen. By the way, these are actual court documents, and nothing in these documents should be there's no addresses or any crazy shit in there. So I'll put it up on screen now, okay? All right, so here we go. Cilantro Williams Jr. is Pooh Shiesty. This is United States District Court, Southern District of Florida, and they picked it up, okay? This is the plea agreement. And maybe I should show the proffer first. So they're saying if you take a proffer, this is what the goons on Clubhouse are saying. If you take a proffer, you're snitching, right? So what a proffer is, and we could Google it. Let's Google it because, you know, everybody on Clubhouse, they seem to know a lot, but nobody looks like they do any research. But we'll Google it. Factual, and obviously we're not attorneys either, but let's look up what a factual proffer is, okay? Factual proffer in a trial is to offer evidence in support of an argument, for example, using blah, blah, or elements of an affirmative defense or an offense. A party with the burden of proof must proffer sufficient evidence to carry that burden. Now, this is the only thing that, you know, and that's what I'm saying, like, a lot of times with this Clubhouse shit, I be just hopping off of it because I'm like, yo, being a street nigga gotta be tough. Here's the thing. If you plead guilty to anything, right, you have to say you did it. You have to give a sequence of events and admit to what went on. You can't just say, oh, I did it, sentence me. No, you have to, if you've been for a traffic case, they're going to walk you through it. Like if you're pleading guilty because you talked to the prosecutor, right? By the way, is that snitching? Because you talked to the prosecutor? No, right? But say you, like the prosecutor is dropping, oh, they're dismissing the speed charge, but they're going to keep a charge for you being on your cell phone, right? When you're taking that plea agreement, you're going to stand in front of the judge and you're going to say, hey, listen, Akademiks, at 12 p.m. on December 20th, driving down I-95 at this location, was on my phone when I got pulled. That's how it goes. You got to admit exactly what you did. You can't just be like, I'm guilty, and then you just walk out. You got to tell exactly what you did. So a factual proffer, and again, I am using my brain. A factual proffer is you basically, right, saying what the fuck happened in, you're saying what the fuck happened that the plea deal could go through, right? Now, this is where they keep moving this whole goalpost of snitching. I thought snitching was when, number one, you're telling on somebody. And when I mean telling on somebody, you're letting the government know, or you're letting the police know something they didn't know, and then you have to testify against them. So what happened here is everybody in there was like 2 or 3 people in this case. They all took plea deals. And they all have a proffer. And they all say the same thing. You know what that means? It's a structured plea. You ever watch The Wire? And I think it was like Marlo Stanfield's, like his group. not Marla. I think it was Avon. And a bunch of people maybe it was Marla. A bunch of people got locked up. And it was like, yo, listen, okay, he's going to cop to this gun. He's going to cop to this gun. He's going to cop to this gun. He's going to cop. Everybody just basically said, oh, this was mine. This was mine. And what they do is, okay, this is the truth. And they put it together and everybody walks, right? Or everybody accepts what they accept. Again, I'm not an attorney, but snitching is something way different. Snitching is you cooperating while the other people are trying to take this to trial. Now, cooperating is a very loose word because some could say cooperating is taking a plea, but everybody's taking a plea. So here's the thing, and this is where I would use my brain to say, if Pooh Shiesty is snitching, who is he snitching on? Everything he said, everybody said too. So it's like saying that we all admitted. It was like, yo, I stole the red bottle. Other person, I stole the yellow bottle, and the other person said, I stole the green bottle. And all our stories match. And then when we're telling the cop or the DA, be like, I stole the red, he stole the green, he stole the yellow, or whatever the colors, right? We're right? And everybody say the same thing. Did I snitch on them, or did we all agree this is what happened? This is why it's a proffer. Again, I'm not an attorney. I've seen a few of these, but I'm not an attorney. If Pooh Shiesty was snitching, first of all, this proffer wouldn't be out there. The proffer would not be out there. It would be in his plea agreement, and he would have to testify to such. I don't know. I might be wrong, but, all right, let's read it. Don't listen to me. Let's read it right here. In some federal cases, it might be the defendant's best interest to cooperate with the prosecutor. See, this is the thing about, that's why it's dumb being a gangster. As soon as they see cooperate, they hear snitching. Like they're on a witch hunt for snitching. For example, if the evidence is strong against them, that it can be reasonably challenged, such as it was illegal conduct, blah, blah, blah. Another cooperation was when the defendants is facing significant risk of taking their case to trial. If convicted, by the way, you know why they took the plea? To drop the bigger charges off of the shit